I mean, we're closing it off now and going into question period after the break.
Right, 2-minute closings, we'll have a break and then
Okay.
Q&A.
From our discussion, there are distinct different approaches to what we're talking about, and yet I find a lot of common ground too. But I think the most important section, or the most important learning for me in our conversation is the questioning of it. That we as people today in the American scene, I think are past the time of gullibility, where we just believe anybody who says anything, and then we go out and vote or do whatever, since we're in the context of today, the Iowa caucus, whatever. But I think, what this has done for me is really up the ante and up the expectation that we need, not only in what Ben pointed out as far as, whatever kind of experience you've had, but the development of a critical sense that it's not sufficient just to pick up the raw data, but it's sufficient. It's very important to work on the questioning of that data, no matter where it comes from. And maybe in the questioning and answering, I can open up where I think this goes as far as a religious connection, because I see one that's immediate, but a non-believer would not, and I have to respect that.
I just want to say a few things about at least my perspective on qualia from a naturalistic perspective. Qualia in terms of whether consciousness or, I think the entire, from top to bottom, I think that everything that's going on in your mental life is a result of the physical brain. I think all the evidence we do have, the evidence that everyone admits we do have, strongly points to a completely naturalistic status for our mental states. Our supernaturalist neighbors, there's a wide variety of them obviously, I think they have very little going for them in comparison beyond the immediate appearances of whether or not, whatever it is that, whatever aspect of their mental life they think that there might be something more of, or more to than just the physical world. Appearances can be deceiving. The properties of one level of physical arrangement don't have to resemble the properties of another level of physical arrangement. So from quarks to qualia, we could expect the most sophisticated piece of machinery in the world to have a very steep grade of apparent property inconsistency. Conscious beings are atomic patterns that can't tell they are atomic patterns looking at atomic patterns that don't look like atomic patterns. We're just kind of stuck in that loop and we get confused. So qualia is most likely extremely sophisticated biological computation. And from my perspective, I think naturalism can account for qualia. Thank you. And 10-minute break.